one thing I've learned in 19, the first thing, it's not like my 1 year old self thought of this. Year one, I realized the secrets of life. No, it's not gonna be like that. But I realized I forgot. Give me a moment. Okay. Fuck. Bro, I think my brain juices are dead. Oh yeah. I think when you express yourself openly despite being wrong, it actually like strengthens who you are. Like no matter how much you don't know what you're doing, say something, do something, take a step. Even though it's like the complete opposite of where you're supposed to go, as long as it's a step towards it, even though it looks like it's taking you farther away from your goal. If you're doing it in the intention of getting closer to it, it might equip you with like psychological knowledge, wisdom, people, connections, and like just life experiences in general that will push you towards out where you want to go. Because whenever you have a goal, it's like a bigger part of the bigger goal you actually want. And whenever you pursue it, you will find pieces of what you need, especially to like fulfill what you actually really want from life. So I will not engage in like, oh, take a step every day, because I know a lot of people do not have the privilege to even take a single risk in their life. And I see that there's a lot of internet things going on, like breast scales and like those online millionaires from crypto or like drop shipping. It's like, yeah, like you're lazy because like you go home and like I completely understand that they do have a certain like thing they literally were born with, like grit, and some people really don't have that. And you don't have to feel like a failure just because you cannot imitate that kind of success. You can find success in like other ways as well. To be yourself, you must be willing to be alone. You must be willing to be misunderstood, because the most people will understand you is when they misunderstand you. If everybody understood you, it means you're not being yourself. Whenever you are misunderstood, you are going to be yourself, and the more misunderstood you are, the more people will actually get to know you. And I think the lesson is to always be yourself. And when a situation doesn't align with who you are, no matter how big the loss is, the win will always be bigger for you to not participate and put your efforts, energy into it. Just leave, because whatever is for you will always come to you. And I saw the like Wizard Liz going, people are hating on her for preaching and repeating the same mistakes over and over and getting into like an abusive relationship. And a lot of motivators usually go through a lot of things. For someone to just spend so much time philosophizing why their lives are the way they are is actually like an actual call for help, because they're helping you because they want to help themselves as well. And speaking from like a more practical point of view instead of a very spiritual or like personal way, and sometimes when you like align your beliefs in a way where it like can be understood by the masses instead of just specific people, it's also like a great way to connect and express yourself. You don't have to be completely so yourself that you need to like say things nobody understands and wait for them to understand. You know, you can keep that belief in yourself, but find practical ways other people can make sense of and express yourself through that. And don't let other people's insecurities change you. Like if you're good and somebody else is not, you have to be able to leave them. You can't like stay in the same place with the same people that won't get out of it, you know? Because I feel like when you get yourself out of a situation, like when you're selfish, you're actually not being selfish. Because if you make people learn their lessons instead of try to save them all the time, they'll be able to actually learn it, and you will get what you need, because you need to learn to save yourself. And they need to learn to save themselves. And choosing yourself is never selfish, because at that end of the day, you chose yourself. You became an example. mother. They need an example. I think most people, like in my beliefs, they don't need too much of a nurturing figure. They need to be pushed out. You know, because like you can like compromise and like ask, hey, can I like get like, oh yeah, can you like compliment me for doing like what I personally know inside that I'm not like good enough yet, and just yeah, tell me I'm good enough. Like no, like if you have someone who's so mothering to you and always lets you do whatever, you're never going to actually grow. You actually have to like force yourself to get rid of it. No matter how like safe the comfort feels, no matter how like solid the connection is, if you feel like it's not aiding in your growth, even like a spark of your mind, letting it go will actually give you more stability you build yourself that will not go away if someone else dies. I think that's the first lesson I've learned because I've spent like years making excuses for myself. Like saying, "Oh yeah, like other people are doing it, that means it's okay for me to do it." But once you like let that go and you kind of go off on your own shenanigans, like you don't listen to them at all. You don't try to be accepted. You don't use their slangs. You don't like chase them. You do your own fucking shit. You kind of find yourself, and other people will like respect you for who you are, no matter how fucking bad it is. You know why Clavicular can fucking say the slur and be accepted? It's because he wasn't doing it to be cool. He was literally doing it because he deep inside feels that way and wants to say it. And I'm not like saying, oh yeah, it's okay to say it, but it's like one of the examples of how when you accept yourself, other people will accept you no matter how and what you're doing. That's why like a lot of people in prison, a lot of people who are confident and do like bad stuff, like people still like them. Like it's not a good example, but it's an example of a confidence that people who are like standing in justice should also have, which they don't. Like some of them need a lot of support, which is like okay, but like you gotta like the only way to overcome that is to constantly take risk, no matter because you have control, right? You're not losing control. You're actually gaining control over your life. The more risks you take is the more control you have. You think of it as a health bar. The more control you want, the more risk you have to take. Because as much failures as you have, every single failure is literally making you more in control of your life. Life happens in a series of patterns. And the more you understand it through like blind confidence and like jumping into shit, the more you can actually have control over your life. Groundedness is the ability to create, be creative, and be very supportive over yourself. Like you believe in your vision, you believe in your art, and you follow through because you love yourself. You have confidence in you, not in anyone else. It benefits you and it benefits others. I'll figure out like the second one later, or is that two? I'll figure out the third, like when it comes up in my mind.